Has the question of the value of sharing on LinkedIn come into your mind recently or not? Question I often get asked. When we're in dialogue with somebody on LinkedIn and we have the opportunity to engage with their content, we'll see that we have the features here of like, comment or share. Now, a like is a signal of interest to somebody that you appreciate their content. And of course, with the new features that LinkedIn have given us of a reaction, we've got a thumb, we've got a celebrate, clapping hand, we've got love it, we've got insight or curious. I didn't used to be in favour of these actually, but they've kind of grown on me over time. I'm not an emoji kind of guy, but I quite like those. It allows me to sort of give a sense in which way I like the post. But a like is a fairly transient, momentary thing. It's a click, it's a touch. It's not really meaningful. So what I would encourage you to do is to comment where you get the opportunity of commenting and adding value to a post on LinkedIn. It's got, I would say, 20 or 30 times more value algorithmically with that content than just simply hitting a like. So comments are great, So however, what's this other thing on the right hand side? What's this share feature about? Now, I have to say, I very, 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 very rarely use the share option. What that does is it effectively retakes that content and puts it into your own feed. But my argument would be, if the conversation is already good in the place that conversation is happening, then you moving the body of that content to your platform is kind of taking it away from where it first originated. So any organic strength of the discussion which is going on in that place is now not brought away with that share, and you're isolating it to a new place on your own profile. And it may be that actually doesn't have the same significance on your profile, and typically for some reason when we psychologically see a share inside somebody's content feed, we just don't engage with it in the same way. So there's really not a lot of value in pulling that content away from the originator's platform and actually sharing it for yourself. It doesn't add any value, and typically the conversation will not form and develop on your behalf in that place. Now, there's been a recent change to this of late. It used to be that you could share once hitting this button with private or public, and you can no longer do that. So if you share here, you're simply sharing it to the public sector. But what happens if I took this particular article? Let's just refresh my posts here, see what pops up. So let's imagine that I wanted to share this piece of content with somebody private that Jason has put out here in this moment. Then what I'll do is I'll click on the ellipsis in the top right, and you see it's got the option for me to share it and send it in a private message. Now that's quite useful sometimes. So I might want to alert a connection, a contact of something I find valuable with somebody, and therefore I'll share that as a private message, and you can be assured that that message only goes to that person. And when you take the time and trouble to do that with content that you might find valuable and you think might be valuable for a connection, you know what, those connections really feel they're being cherished and valued by you sharing that kind of content that you know will be interesting to them. So in summary, generally speaking, shares as a medium I don't use very often. The only time I might use them is in a private share, sending it to a particular individual for a reason that is between you and them. Because as a general rule, shares do not work particularly well on LinkedIn. They don't make the case for sharing and amplifying your content. So hopefully today that's explained a little bit more about the share option. Of course, it's all a matter of opinion. If you've had some wonderful outcomes from using share, do let me know. We're constantly learning on this journey, but that's my take on shares for now.